What is going on, everybody? So today I'm making a video on my main SpeedCubes, and yeah, that's basically it, and let's get started. 2x2s, I switch off between two. This first one is a Moyu Lingpo. This one gives me faster times, but sometimes it does get uncontrollable. And it's much more flowy than my other one. And this one I set up perfectly. It's got, let's see, that's fluorescent green, fluorescent, that's not fluorescent, what I'm saying, light red, light blue, fluorescent orange, white, and bright yellow. Because of black background, it's making the color seem brighter, but yeah, that's one of my mains for Lingpo. The other one is a Dayan 2x2. This one I tend to use more because it's more controllable than the Lingpo, but really depends on the day and how I feel, and I'll just switch between these two. And this one has my new one. Instead of fluorescent green, it's got grass green. Yeah. In average around maybe 4 seconds, 4.5 to 5.5 seconds. Let's see, for 3x3, I use two. The first one is a modded Fangcun. It's basically just got the, if you know what the Zanchi Silk mod is, it's basically got that. And it's got Dianma scoots and springs in here. Nice cube, but my main is actually a Moyu Dianma. Most people don't like this cube at all, but I actually really love this cube. I've been able to get like 13-second averages with this cube. This cube is just, I don't know, for some reason I can find pieces easier on this cube, maybe because of the bigger corners and smaller edges or something like that. I'm not sure, but I actually like how the outer layers are bigger than the inner layers, so that way there's less I have more accuracy. Instead of moving the middle layer, I always turn the outer layer instead of moving both like that. So that's nice. And I average around let's see, I average around 13 to 16 seconds. 4x4 I only use one. This is a Moyu Aosu, and I use Yao on this. I can only solve it on white and yellow. I haven't tried doing the other ones. I haven't done other settings yet. But yeah, I average around maybe a minute, like 55 seconds to 105, somewhere around there. I forgot I use Friedrich with 2 like OLL, and I know some of the PLLs, and some algorithms, like half of the actually most of the G perms, I do 2 look PLL. The rest of them I think I have memorized. And then for 2x2 I use Ortega. Let's see, on, where did it go? It's over here. On 5x5 I use a Moyu AoChuang. Based on how I look at the solve, I can either, if the 2 centers are easy, if the 2 centers are easy, I'll solve the first 2 centers, but then if I look at the rest of the centers, if they look hard, I'll do Yao. But if, or 5 Yao, if they look easy, I'll do reduction. But it really depends on the solve. This cube has dropped my time so much though. When I was practicing with my ShengShou, which is missing all its caps, it was hard for me to get sub 1. But the first solve I did on this without my stickers, it had the stock Moyu stickers with it and everything too. I got a 139, and now I average sub 2. It's around like 140 to 150. So yeah, Moyu AoChuang. 6x6, I use my slightly modded what's this? ShengShou 6x6. The only thing that's slightly modded, you can't really tell, but if you can tell from that angle, the middles have the Whip 2 mod on it. It doesn't really do much because you never really do that, but I did that about a year ago, and it doesn't really do much, but who cares? I'm not planning on fully mining this either, because I don't really go fast on the 3x3 part 6x6, and I really don't lock up at all. So yeah, and I use reduction again, and then I average around 3:30 to 4 minutes. And then on 7x7 is a ShengShou Mini. I tried. I haven't tried an Aosu yet, but I'm planning on trying to. So yeah, nothing too special here. Just a mini ShengShou 7x7 with Dayan Springs, my old color scheme, and I use reduction again, and I average around 5.5 minutes. Let's see. Next, for blind cubing, I use this mask. It's a cat, and I use this cube. This is usually this cube. This is a LiYing, and I use old Pacman, which is basically for it's one of the slower methods, but I'm not planning to be no Arthurs or anything. But yeah. So for corners, you use basically variation of the Y perm. Instead of doing the first step, you take it out and basically switches these two corners. And then for edges, I use T perm, and you try and place each one right there. Yeah, which is this is called the buffer. So this is the buffer for corners, and this is the buffer for edges. Yeah, and then I guess that concludes now. Usually during competitions, I wear these. These are just a $7 pair of earmuffs that I found on Amazon. Really, you can just type in earmuffs or like, yeah, I think they're called earmuffs, yeah. And these will probably be one of the first pairs to come up. Only $7, so I couldn't pass up. And these actually really help. It doesn't completely block out the noise, but to me, I personally hate the sounds of cubes in the background when you're solving. It's kind of distracting. So that's why I kind of listen. That's why I listen to music whenever I solve. So these block out the sound of the cubing. But if somebody's standing behind you, you can still hear them. Justin, Elliot, and Chris, I'm talking to you. And yeah, so I wear these. Next, Pyra. I don't really care about Pyra, but this is a ShengShou. I'm trying to use keyhole. I'm not very good at it, so I might just go back to my old method, which is just first layer and then second layer. So, yeah. Let's see, for Megaminx, I use my Dayan Megaminx, which has my weird scheme on it. Basically, it's got normal shades on this side, and then it's all of the fluorescent, its opposite fluorescent colors on the other side. That's basically how I stickered this. I'm not very good at Megaminx. I average around 230. And yeah. Oh yeah. For blind, I usually average around 3.5 minutes to 4. And then for Pyra, I don't even know what I average because I never time myself. I guess I'll go to one-handed now. It's a split between two cubes, and they're both white actually. This one is a what is this? This is a Cyclone Board's FeiHong. This is 56 millimeters, or maybe it's 55, is it? It's 55. This is probably the flowiest cube. This one I haven't felt lock up at all. I mean, obviously if you go like this, it's gonna lock up, but I mean, if you're neck a turner, this will never lock up. And then, also I use my, mini Weilong. I don't use this one as much. It's a little bit too small for me. So, you know, it's only 0.5 millimeter smaller than this one. This one I kind of like better. Maybe because it's more fluid. And, yeah, around maybe 45 seconds on one-handed, and I use my right hand. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I can get to 30. And then finally, actually one of my favorite events, is Skewb. I use Sarah's beginner's method, but I'm very, very fast at the beginner's method. And I use a Moyu Skewb. And then my finger trick, I guess if you want to know, I use the Polish sledgehammer mostly. I'm not very good at hedge slammers. I'm only good at the sledgehammer. Basically, you use your ring finger here. You put it down like this. You basically grab like this. So basically, you bring this one down. With your ring finger and pointer, you push this one aside. And then with your ring finger and thumb, you push this back up. And then push it back like that. If you get used to it, you can do it really fast. Locked up. And yeah, basically that's my main SpeedCube, guys. And yeah, bye.